Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you and tell you how to balance on a skateboard. This will be a beginner skateboarding tutorial, so let's get right into this instructional video. As you can see right here, I have this skateboard and I'm going to show you how to balance on it. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to flip my screen out, and that will allow me to see whatever you see. And I have some notes in my hands. If you see me waving my notes around, it's just so I can sort of stay in tune with what I want to do for the video, okay? So essentially, when you're trying to balance on a skateboard, the first thing I want to talk to you about is your foot positioning, okay? So what you're going to want to have is you're going to want to have one foot, which will be your front foot. Usually your dominant foot is going to be your front foot. So I'm right-footed, right? I'm a righty, so my right foot is going to be in front over here. And when you're balancing, you don't want to have your foot like this, in line with the board. You also don't want to have it perfectly sideways. You want it sort of in the middle, at, you know, like instead of this way or this way, you want it like on a 45-degree angle roughly, and you want it to be basically towards the front portion of between the screws here. So you have all your screws here for your trucks, and you want it to be sort of towards the front of that, okay? Then what you want to do is you want to get your other foot, your non-dominant foot, which is my left foot, and you want to place it on the tail of it. And when you place your foot on the tail, you don't want it to be all the way on the tail because you're probably going to snap your board. You also, sorry, there's some bees buzzing around me. You also don't want it to be, you know, towards the screws. You want it to be in between the edge of the tail and the most rear set of screws right here, just like that, okay? And what you want to do is you want to avoid leaning forward or back, okay? I'll tell you why. If you lean forward or back, you're going to actually send the board into like a manual like that, or you're going to, you know, you're going to run the risk of, if you hit like a pothole or like a lip on the road, you're going to sort of fall off the board. So you want to avoid that. You want to stay centered with regards to how your balance is, and also you don't want to lean forward like this or back, right? So you don't want to lean to the front of the board or the back of the board. You don't want to lean to one side of the board or the other side. You want to essentially try and stay centered, but use your feet to balance. So right now I'm staying centered, but I'm using my feet to balance, and I haven't really skateboarded in over 20 years. I just got this skateboard rather recently, but you know, because I understand the mechanics of balancing, I can still probably pop into like a little bit of a manual for a few seconds. So that's basically the essence of balancing. And I'll move the skateboard in just a moment, but essentially you don't want to lean, you know, to one side of the board or to the other. You don't want to lean to the back or the front. You want to try and keep your body centered and use your feet to do the balancing. And you can use your hands too to sort of move back and forth, and that will allow you to sort of get the maximum balance. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move the camera over here. I'm just here in my backyard. I got a little pathway over here. So I'm going to move the camera like this, and I'll just angle this upwards over here maybe to give you sort of the best view that I can possibly give you. And basically I'm just going to go and I'm going to ride forward, and I'm going to try and balance just to show you what it looks like. Okay? So as you can see right here, I'm just going to ride forward over here. So as I ride forward, I'm going to keep my body balanced like this, and I'm using my feet to do the balancing. So that's the key there, okay? I'm using my feet to do the balancing. I used to be able to do that, you know, when I was much more into skateboarding. But that's it. That is essentially how to balance on a skateboard. You know, those are the simple tips that I figured that I could come up with. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like this video tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.